Well, congratulations, Tina. It's finally here. This is your new Tiguan Allspace style in black, just as you requested. Let's pull off the cover and see what we've got underneath. There we go. Wow. Finally arrived, eh? So here we go. I'm going to take you through a few aspects of the car. Comes with 2 keys. Tinted windows on the rear. It's got access through the passenger doors by pushing this here. Will lock the doors and also fold up the mirrors. And as I put my hand on the inside, it'll unlock the doors and the mirrors will unfold. Of course, this is a 7-seater in black, stunning black. Oh, right behind it is Arvin's car as well. So, new black fleet. Very lucky to have one of these. They're very much sought after. They're very hard to come by. And again, a style being all-wheel drive. This has got a number of features that some of the other cars that don't have currently. So from the rear, being full motion, I can push the button here and release the boot. And of course, you can see pretty much straight away those 2 extra rear seats are here. To get rid of those if I wanted to create more space, all I do is clip this and fold those forward. If I want to bring them back up again, of course I can do so. So whilst I'm in here, I can release the rear seats from pulling this lever. And then of course I've got my handy little light here. This is designed to go on the outside of the car in the event that I needed it. And of course I push that down. You might need that on the wheels, and of course push it again, and it's useful. So designed to sit in the car here. It continually charges and it's useful if you ever need it. So beyond that, there's a nice little handy hooks here. There's some compartment space down the back here, and then of course if I pull this up, it reveals my cover for the back of the car, and of course a spare wheel which may come in handy. Just remember, the car comes with a 5-year warranty and 5-year roadside assist. That means that if you call the number in the front windscreen, which I'll show you in a second, what it'll do is someone will attend to you. If the car needs to be uplifted, it will be. A little compartment in here for some drinks, and of course this wonderful smell of leather goes through the car. Now of course this is the factory setting, way up here high. If I want to change that when I get home, all I do is pull it to the level I want it. I'm going to hold this button for 3 seconds. It's going to recognize that by giving me a little blip. If I want to change that back to the factory setting, I'm going to push it up. I'm going to hold it 3 seconds. And there you go. We've got recognition. We're good to go. All right, petrol. Pushing this lever here is going to access the petrol tank, of course. And of course, you're going to be using 95 unleaded fuel. Let's have a look inside the back of the car. Nice black tinted windows back here. Right, you've got the ease and ability of moving the seat back and forth by pulling this lever. And of course, when I do that, the seat folds forward. So I'm going to do that now for you. And of course, now I've got access by using the step here into the back seat. And then of course, my back seat passengers can have a good time traveling along with us. Now inside the middle here, we've got a little refreshments holder, and then of course down the bottom back here we've got our systems control for the heater. We've got a 12-volt charger, and we've also got a fast charging port. Right, now I can move the seats back and forth. There are little levers just underneath here. Oh, and by the way, here's a token of our appreciation for buying cars from Tristan European. We do appreciate your business, and thanks again for buying local. So this is a gift box, and here there'll be a number of different pieces that you'll use inside the car. Isofix as well, by the way, and then of course plenty of compartment space inside the doors. We'll go all the way around to the passenger side. I'll just show you where the service manual will be found. Electric seats on this model, so both passenger and driver get those. They didn't used to do that, you know. Oh, nifty little holder here for your cell phone as well. Has recently popped into these vehicles. Handbook, your service manual, all inside the glove box, okay? So I'll leave those in there for you now. And of course, if you have a look inside here, there's a little air conditioning duct that'll blow cool air into there if you happen to have an apple you want to keep cool. And then of course there's some room here, and then down beyond that there's your coffee cup holders. By pushing that button there, releases those, pulling those back, and then of course cover it up. Right, well, this is all we need to have a look at on this side. Of course, compartment space, illuminated lighting in the car as well. I do love the finish. Such a good looking car. I've already had someone comment and wanted to know how much it was whilst it's been here in the showroom this morning. Now of course my access with the 2 keys gives me, again, driver's seat, right hand side, my window controls, my mirror controls, my lock and unlock, my boot control, and then of course a little storage compartment down here for things like change. I'm going to turn your lights on to auto, so that means the car will light up in the event that you happen to be going as the sun goes down. Right, so we're inside, we made it. Now I'm going to make some changes to my seat here, or your seat. I go down a little bit further. Now if I wanted to alter the steering wheel, I can do that just by pulling that lever down. Now it does go in and out and up and down, so I've got plenty of flexibility there to find that perfect spot. So I'll leave it to there and see if you like it when you get here. Well, first things I see is that I see an illuminated dashboard. So these ones come with a digital dash, which is actually quite cool, because what it enables you to do is see everything at a glance pretty quickly, and you can change your view on that if you like, just by hitting view inside here and going through. But now I need to do is activate the start button, and without putting my foot on the brake, I can see all this information pop up. Now I've got the ability to make some changes. So if I change the view inside here, I can do that relatively simply. If I like the P on the left hand side, which is my gear changes, and then of course on my right hand side, the speed I'm traveling at, I can do that all at a glance. And then of course, relatively simple, on the right hand side is where the fuel is, and then the engine on your left. Now depending on how many people are sitting in the car at any one time, it's indicating with me at red I haven't engaged my seat belt yet. It gives me a lot of information on where I'm traveling, or the front of the car's headed, the temperature outside of course, and then of course a number of safety features including the time. Now let's go past there and come back to that in a second. Let's get into the infotainment system, because the first thing you're going to want to do is set up your phone. So it's phone, go into that, and you're going to get VW7639. It's a Bluetooth system, so that'll set up your Bluetooth. And then of course, if I want to go into my Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, it is asking me to plug in my factory cord, and that's going to go into one of those 2 ports down there. Inside the box you'll see an adapter for that. Alright, so beyond that, once you've got all of that set up, you're pretty much independent. And what will happen is if you like your Apple CarPlay, you can go to all your favorite apps, and those apps will be inside your phone, and of course you can share them on the screen, and then you'll see things like Google Maps and all your others. We've got a radio station set up in here, so some of the stations have been set up, only one, so it's entirely up to you to set those up. Relatively simple. You go into your station list and all you do is hit pop. All right, in that particular case I'm going to put there and number 2, and now that's already loaded. So beyond that I'm all good to go, and you'll find if I go back into 1 and 2, more FM's already loaded in there for me. I'll leave that up to you. You might not like more FM. So you've got your media, and of course your media could be your Bluetooth sound system. You've got your phone, that's all set up. Then of course you've got your navigation, and again, coming down to the destination on which you want to go to, that's all okay. But if you like your Apple CarPlay over this, then I'd probably use that because it's more intuitive. Then there's the car system, and going through the car you've got little options in there that to make some changes, pick out your monitoring, check out your temperature, the amount of air in your tires. You can make some changes inside here also. So my background lighting, I might want to increase that. At the moment it's on automatic. I might want to make some changes and increase the light. on the doors and the floor, so I've just done that. You can make those changes outside of that afterwards if you like. Right, inside here, menu will give everything to me at a glance, so I can go through all of those different widgets and have a look at the vehicle. One of the ones you might want to play with pretty much straight away is the sound. You can add a little bit of bass, a little bit of treble, even a little bit of mid-range. I can change the position of the sound. I can put it on the rear seats, I can put it on the front seats. Just pop it into the middle there, and all you need to do is drive and enjoy the experience. Right, one of the other things you'll see up here is individual. So individual is basically the settings in your mode settings here for the car. It's set at individual because someone must have played with it. You can scroll through here and I can bring up my snow drive, or I can actually simply just go to the screen and tap on it. Sport will basically hold the car, be a little bit more rigid to drive. The steering wheel will get slightly stiffer, and of course the car will operate at a performance mode. Again, by pushing mode, I can go into normal, and I can go off-road by turning some of the dials here. Obviously, if I'm going onto the snow, I might put it into snow, might put it into the mountain range or off-road, and then of course expert driving profile is required. So at the moment we're going to leave it on normal, and again you can go from normal and you can drop it into sport when you like, when you feel more confident. Now of course start stops down here. Our parking mode is now, I'm going to push that into auto, and the way to do that is I'm going to start the car, and now it's in auto. So as soon as I turn the car off, it'll go automatically into park. Now I've got my cameras here also, so I can utilize that when I want to, and I can turn that on. So I'm going to turn that on now, and I can look around the car by checking out my cameras. Anything comes close to the car, it'll start indicating and making noise. And then I've got a parking assist. Now I love parking assist because it kind of will assist, but it's kind of risky. Now, I like the idea of it. You've got some nice alloy wheels on here, but I'm still not that 100% confident. I think it's a great feature, certainly if you know where you live and know where you are. Whilst I'm looking at this, I'm looking up in here, and we're looking at another piece of storage. And of course, then you've got your airbags on and airbags off. Up to you. You can pick and choose what you want to do there. Now, outside of that, of course, we've got storage up above us, and then we've got more storage even here for the backseat drivers. Now, of course, those passengers might enjoy watching, say, an iPad in that area, maybe a TV or something like that. All right, well, listen, I think it's a great car. You've purchased two very, very nice cars, Tina. I really appreciate that you've come in here to buy me from Tristram. I know you're just around the corner, so hopefully we'll either see you today or first thing tomorrow morning for a delivery, and you'll be all good to go. So thanks very much again, and we look forward to seeing you. Okay, take care, bye.